Hey, you guys. Happy Saturday. Let's quickly talk about the narcissist and intentional STDs, as tizzle dizzles, right? Back when I was in college, I used to call babies STDs, and I was an ignorant fuck. But this would mean that I wasn't that far off, though, when you think about how the narcissist thinks about it. So, story time real quick, okay? I just want to tell y'all something. This is something that actually is happening. So, in my building, I live in a building that I have deemed to be a cross between insane asylum, a rehab, and a nursing home. Right? It's just all types of interesting individuals, and we all know each other. We just do, right? So there's this girl, okay? I'm not gonna say her name. Well, I can say her name, I guess. Whatever. We're just gonna talk about her. So there's this girl, and she was very popular. Not just like in our community, but in her own like community, her own like social circle. And she was, she's not overly pretty, but she was nicely made up. We'll put it like that. She was turning 21, and she always had like really nice weaves. I'm not a weave fan, but her weaves were nice. It was those glueless, seamless, like, it just looked like it was your hair. Beautiful. She would change them all the time, do her nails all the time. She had a banging ass body. She only weighed probably like 115 pounds. So she didn't have like a super fat ass or boobs, but what she had was perky and, let's just say, up to date. Okay. And she was always smiling like, ooh, hi. She was bubbly. And you get the point. She was nice. She was cool. Right. And she had a mother that lived in the building. And this mother of hers was a young mother, because this girl being 21, her mother was probably something like 42, something like that. When your mom's like had you at like 15 or 16. And so you're kind of growing up together. Like in your mom's mind, she's trying to make up for those years she lost because she was fucking. All right. That's how that was. And so the mother was clearly jealous of her daughter. And this girl always had an entourage. She always rolled with an entourage of other bad bitches, right? Who, looked like her. Well, they were kind of like peons because like they were just following her, but still her friends weren't ugly. She was like a cool, cute little bitch with like some cute little friends, right? And they all had cute little bodies, and they all wore like the latest shit, right? Anyway, this girl, we all know in the building, has a mental disability. She's not like what someone would say, for lack of better words, retarded, right? But she has like, she's like one stick short of a pile, right? Or one pebble short of a stack or whatever, right? So, I mean, she's not all the way like there, but she still can like maybe hold down a small job for like a few months kind of person. And that's understandable. That's what she is, right? But she was so sweet. And so her mother used to party on the second floor of my building. And the second floor of my building is known as like that floor. Like if you go to that floor for any reason, you're an addict or you're a prostitute. Okay. Or you're a drug dealer. So everybody knows the second floor is that. And her mother would party with this one bitch on the second floor like all the time. Right. Trying to be young. Well, there's this guy in my building, and he's a stroke victim. And he's probably in his late 50s, okay? Going on probably in his early 60s now. He wanted that girl. He's all balled up and shit, like his hand is like this. And he's real tall, really tall, like 6'4", 6'5", really skinny, like 100 I don't know, he's probably 110 pounds. And he has to pull, because he had a stroke, he has to pull like the other half of his body, like, with him. So he like slides like a snake, like, right? Anyway, this motherfucker want that little girl. He wanted her. He wanted her. He saw her with her little friends, and he saw her with her little see-through shirts, with her little torpedo titties perked all up, right? He saw her, right? And he wanted her, but he knew that he was and old as fuck. So what did he do? He knew also that she wasn't there mentally all the way. So he used that against her. And he used the fact that everyone, including him, knew that her mother was in competition with her as one of those narky-ass moms, right? He knew that shit. And he used it to his advantage. And what did he do? Lured her in, because at 21, of course you want some free weed. Of course you'll try some cocaine. Of course, like, you know, you want some free drinks. Of course you want all your friends to come over and do, like, you know what I'm saying? At 21 in the hood, yeah, he knew. And he deals drugs. Even though he deals drugs, right? So he lured her in with that shit, alongside knowing that she wasn't all the way there. Fucked that little girl. That little 21, little just got grown ass girl. Got her pregnant on purpose. And then calculated slowly how he was going to... Sorry, it sounds like a fart, but it's just these ugly ass dudes on these gross ass bikes or whatever. I'm sure my ex is included. I think those mopeds sound like a really long, bubbly fart. You sound like a fart. Anyway, so he lured her in, got her to have sex with him, which wouldn't have been hard. I mean, she's not all the way there. You give her some, drugged her up, right? And impregnated her. Why didn't her mother stop that? Oh, because her mother was cool with it. You know why her mother was cool with it? With her being 21, fucking this 60-year-old man that's bald all the way the fuck up, like a piece of notebook paper that no one fucking wants and trashed because their essay sucked. She didn't mind. Any mother would have been like, nigga, don't you ever the fuck touch my child. I will kill you, bitch, right? But no, her mother was like, ooh, I want me a grandbaby. I want, you know how they talk now. I want me a grandbaby. And what happened? That young lady at 21 got impregnated by a crippled, fucking stroked out victim ass 60-year-old ugly as shit ass man in her mama's apartment building. Had a baby. And now when I see her, I don't even recognize her. She talks to me on the street. She'll be like, hey. And I'll be like, who the fuck is that? Oh shit, hi. But it's her. Now she doesn't wear her pretty little weaves. She's in a bonnet. Her nails aren't done anymore. Her body's not skinny anymore, of course, because why would it be? I mean, you know, she's got, no makeup on. She's got frumpy clothes on, even though she used to wear the latest. And she just looks really sad as she walks her toddler up and down the street in the morning before she goes back to being stuck in the apartment with him, who has, by having sex with her and impregnating her, turned her into this makeshift, like, family. But she's like a puppet, you know, to him, you know? Like a puppet, like, I'm going to make a family. I'm going to impregnate this girl that doesn't know what's happening anyway. And then I'm going to force her to have to stay with me, because guess what happened? That girl's mother, that used to visit the hoe bags on the second floor, the main hoe bag, the main one, the ringleader hoe bag on the second floor, ditched that girl's mom, and she got up and moved and got a house somewhere, took her kids and slid the fuck out this building. And all the riffraff went with that hoe. And now that girl's mom, by the way, is a fucking cafeteria lady at one of my kids' schools. She looks frumpy as shit. She look dumb as shit. She ain't popping, right? And her daughter, and she moved out of the building. The girl's mom moved out of the building as well when things were on the up and up, right, for her. And left her daughter with this man, and her daughter had no choice but to live with this man that impregnated her. Under the influence and under the fact that he knew that she wasn't mentally, like, stable. You know what I mean? And ruined her whole shit. That girl is no longer dressing pretty and nice. No friends come and visit her because you know how it is, baby. You have a baby and those whole bag friends don't. Oh, you a liability, bitch. They don't want to deal with you and your mom ass. You're a mom? Oh, bitch, no. That ain't cute at the club. And it's not, right? So she don't have no friends no more. And she just literally roams the streets with that little girl. And her body that's out of whack. And her hair undid in a bonnet. And her nails not done. And her mother gone with this baby. And there you see her man. The man that she stuck with. Walking the streets selling weed. He knew what he did. That is what we call that demon semen. And that's for my friend. I have a good friend who said, man, you should talk about that shit and title it Demon Semen. That is demon semen, because a narcissist like that, a piece of shit like that, a narcissist ain't shit but somebody who will obtain what they want at any cost, no matter who they step on. Child, pet, older person, disabled person. They don't give a fuck. They will step on their own. They don't give a shit. They don't give a shit as long as they get what they want. It is all good. Nobody is off limits. It's fair game. That's the shittiest hand ever dealt to anybody. When a narcissist wants something, they'll step on anything to get it. They child, their mom, the dog. That's all that means. And that nigga did that. He did that shit. Right? Every time I see him, I'm like, damn, I wish you got hit by a fucking car. Because that is so tragic what he did. And he succeeded. They will pump you full of babies and STDs, baby. They will, if it wasn't a baby, him and other narcs are the type that will give you an intentional STD. They know they got it. They know that when they call you and go, hey, babe, let's get back together, they don't really mean that shit. They just know that your broken heart equals an open door, and that open door means, hey, I can come and give you this ooh-wee in your pee-pee or your VG, right? No. That shit's really real, dude. Anyway, yeah, that's just a story time thing. But I hope you're all having a good Saturday, and watch out for that, as my friend would call it, demon semen. All right, love y'all. Stay safe.